Streetz morning takeover on your radio. Oh yeah, I'm just so addicted, can't leave it alone. Streetz morning takeover, time to start the show. And I need to know that. I said I really need to know who's clapping. Yeah, the voice you wanna hear when you wake up, on your ride to school, on the way to get your cake up. Yeah, from 6 to 10 we gon' get it in. Monday to Friday, all we do is win. Streetz morning takeover on your radio. Oh yeah, I'm just so addicted, can't leave it alone. Streetz morning takeover, time to start the show. And I need to know that. I said I really need to know who's clapping back at each other, who's creeping, who's lovers, who's pregnant, who's winning, who's got hidden children, who knows?
Hump day, hump with it. It's a hump day, y'all. My job is to come and make sure that we keep y'all woke, and I'm trying to wake myself up. But it's okay. I'm gonna give me a good couple some Starbucks, and I think I'll be wide awake, man. It's hump day. I feel good. We got a great show ahead, man. If you want some money and you want to be entertained, feel free to call me up to challenge me. That's right. Are you smarter than Young Jock? Got some cash for you if you can beat me. Also, date dilemma. Y'all know how that go, man. Everybody need a little cash, but some of y'all don't need to be with the people y'all with. You dig what I'm trying to tell you? And when you talk about crazy, hey, outside of Miss Shanika's word on the streets, the only thing that's gonna be crazy is Shout Crazy Report. So make sure y'all stick around all morning long. Hey, Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart.
What up, this is Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover, and now it's time for Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart. It is so amazing how we've heard the saying, keeping up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? It means like you're trying to keep up with the neighbors. You're trying to stay in the end. Well, let me tell you something that I've learned in this life. My father always taught me to plan your work, then work your plan. And if you do that, you'll never have to try to keep up with someone else's plans. You heard what I said? See, when you plan things, a lot of times those things are more apt to pan out for you. Don't get me wrong. They say if you ever want to make God laugh, all you got to do is make plans. I definitely lived in that as well. But what I want to say to you right now is plan your work, then work your plan. And let me tie it all in why I said keeping up with the neighbors. Because once the neighbor do it, their plan is already accomplished. Now, you following them means you're following their plans. You don't know what their end goal or end result is, but you do or you should know yours. So, again, say it with me. Plan your work, work your plan. Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart. Hey, shout out coming up next with the Crazy Report. Keep it right here. It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Young Jock's Daily Jumpstart.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. Yo, it's the craziest story you'll hear all morning. The Crazy Report is on right now. Shawty, run it down.
Yeah, run it down is what we about to do, man. We got to run down this lady because she needs some help, obviously, because she boarded the plane with her emotional therapy animal, and you won't believe what it was.
After a security alarm goes off,
I gotta give the horse a pat down.
Flirty gets checked out, and folks begin snapping cell phone photos.
I guess this is the first time you can say I've seen a horse fly.
Flirty hoofed it down the jetway to the United Airlines flight, making her way past first class to the bulkhead area.
Stay over here. Come here.
Flirty is 7 years old and weighs 138 pounds. As you can see, there isn't much leg room.
Now, this woman done got on the damn plane, y'all, with a horse. When she first stepped on the plane, all them people were screaming and loud. Ah! And then it's about nobody said nothing about it. Hell, they couldn't say nothing about it after all that screaming. They was hoarse. And that's crazy. And you know I know crazy because I'm crazy. And crazy knows crazy. Let's shout out what my name is with the Crazy Report.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Hey, yo, what's up? This King Cone's Young Bad Boy. You now tuned in to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. You heard?
That is. We got to get right into it on this hump day. Diddy trial, man. Woman forcibly removed from court after screaming at Diddy during the trial.
It's just happened. A woman was removed from the courtroom after being incredibly disruptive. She had a message for Combs saying that people are talking about you outside the courtroom, but she also dared the security officials to, quote, pull out your gun. 3 officials had to remove her from the courtroom. All of this happening before the next witness even takes the stand. The prosecution asking the judge during this time to consider allowing jail calls from Combs into the court as evidence. They said it would corroborate Mia's story. Mia is the former assistant to Combs who claims that she was sexually assaulted and abused.
Now, what's interesting, after hearing some of her claims, it kind of caught people off guard. It sounded as if she said she went through all these things, but she still wanted to work for him, and she was very much so willing to go back to work if he was offered a position. That kind of caught me off guard. What were your thoughts on that, Dree?
Hey, good morning, world. It's a lot going on. It's given. It's like not even a real world. Like, it's a reality show. Like, I can't believe that happened in court. If I could be a fly on the wall to see that.
Well, we will have some correspondence from an attorney who's been sitting in through the trial, so we'll get a chance to tap in with her later on. Hey, man, it's about that time, you know what I'm saying? What you got coming up?
Man, you know I'm filling in for my good sis, Miss Shanika, for this word on the streets news. And it's a lot happening. Mama D, she's sending out shots, man. You know how she do. And Brian McKnight, he's calling out his brother for announcing his son's passing. And Cameron asked a very inappropriate question. We're going to get into all that and more coming up on Word on the Streets News.
That's right. Keep it locked right here to Young Jock and the Streetz Morning Takeover.
The mics are on and ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Word on the street, she be bopping, I need more. Yeah. Word on the street, screaming bite like on a moped. Word on the streets, I get it popping like a blackhead. Word on the streets, going down like Jock said.
It's Young Jock and the Streetz Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
That's right, and sitting in for Miss Shanika, our assistant producer, Dree Taylor. What's up, Dree?
Good morning, world. What's popping, baby? We got to get into it. The Palace is cutting up. Mama D was hosting an event, and she had to introduce Drew Sidora. But before Drew Sidora hit the stage, Mama D had to throw some shade Porsha Williams' way.
You know, she got her and Porsha, they got some mess going on. You know, I don't know what's going on with Porsha this season. Check. But she approved Drew for taking her hot dog man. You know, I don't know why she think Drew want a hot dog man. It's all good because Mama D speak that truth. Y'all give it up for Drew Sidora.
How you spell that? Sador in that order.
If you don't know, Porsha has been icing Drew out for working with her baby daddy Dennis, and it's been a mess, child. So I don't know, you know. And then Dennis and Porsha fired back at Mama D. She was saying, "Put your tooth back in, boo. Love you." And Dennis said, "I don't disrespect my elders." So yeah, it's a mess.
That is crazy. But Mama D will do that. Mama D don't care. She'll go there and you be like, don't take on somebody else.
She a straight shooter.
You gotta be like, what you say about my mama?
Anywho, Brian McKnight, he is calling out his brother and sending shots his way for announcing his son's passing on TikTok.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined.
Messy. No, what you got to say? I would love to hear your opinion.
I would love to hear Brian McKnight speak again. That sounded like AI. That didn't even sound like it.
You sound like a white man.
It sounded like a recording. It sounded like AI to me.
No, that was him. That was him. And he mad and he upset. Anyway, moving on to Cameron. So he interviewed the Punisher on his sports talk show, and he asked a crazy question.
How was that though?
I mean, bro, even if it was fire.
Bro, was the pussy good for your family? Let's stop with political. We was Harlem time.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like, I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joints, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My spider senses is wilding, you know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff.
Cameron is 50. I just want to point that out. Why would you ask him that? You are not the court, the judge, or the jury. Leave him alone.
That's what the man asked.
And he didn't say nothing. Anywho, I am Dree Taylor filling in for Miss Shanika, and this was the Word on the Streets News.
Thank you, Dree. Hey, man, I got a question for y'all, man. What's the hardest apology you've ever had to make? Whoa, that's a good one.
It is.
Just take your time and think about it, because coming up, we're going to give you the opportunity to call us up and share that with the world. I think one of the hardest apologies I ever had to make. I'll tell y'all coming up, man. 1-844-986-4562. Tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. Good morning and thank you for waking up with us. Young JLC, Dree sitting in for Miss Shanika and Shouty. Now, I got to talk about this. Dree, you're one of our producers of the morning show. And, you know, we were talking about different stories, and I came across this story on social media where this mother had to basically apologize to her son because she kept him away from his biological father due to the way the father treated her.
Now you took my daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Oh, damn. Don't come in my room asking me about nobody you don't see me with.
Mom, but why? Because everybody else got a daddy but me. Why I don't got no daddy?
He wasn't acting right. He was cheating. He treated me like I was nothing my whole night. Listen to me. He didn't deserve to be in your life. No, he wasn't there for shit.
So that meant keep my daddy with me because of the way he treated you?
It's not because of just how he treated me. It's just that I knew that he was going to be in and out your life.
Oh, yeah, let me decide that.
I didn't let you decide that because I didn't want you to go through that. He was too young to go through that. But now,
so you
since
took
you're
my
16,
daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
So, after hearing that, you know, it unraveled a lot of things in me. I was like, you know what? It's a lot of women that feel this way. Not just black women. It's a lot of women who feel that way. They feel that they have the authority to keep you away because you were toxic to her in their relationship. And you don't want your son to be that type of man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people call it spiteful. Some people call it being overprotective. But do you know how hard it is to have to apologize for something of that magnitude? Something so like, okay, let's just be for real. To apologize for one is very hard to apologize. People have a problem. Do you agree?
I don't. It's not hard for me to apologize. If I love you and I hurt
said people, not you.
People? The mass media?
People.
Yes. The mass is hard.
It's hard for people.
Accountability.
Accountability is a thing. Now, to apologize, you have to place yourself in a vulnerable space. Because just because I send my apology does not mean it will be received or received well. Right? So we're asking this morning, what's the hardest apology you've ever had to make? Call us up, 1-844-986-4562. We got to talk about it. Keep it right here where you got it. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
You know who this is, man. This your boy, Big Country Kane, represent Pimp Squad Click all day, PSC. Yes, sir. Hey, every day from 6 to 10 a.m., hey, we can listen to the best damn morning show. You did. It's Young Jock in the Street Morning Takeover. Let's go.
That's right. We're back in it this morning. We're asking our listeners this morning, what is the hardest apology you've ever had to make? I want you to put your ears to this for a moment and listen to this exchange between his mother and her son.
Now,
so you took my daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Oh, damn. Don't come in my room asking me about nobody you don't see me with.
Mom, but why? Because everybody else got a daddy but me. Why I don't got no daddy?
He wasn't acting right. He was cheating. He treated me like I was nothing my whole night. Listen to me. He didn't deserve to be in your life. No, he wasn't there for shit.
So that meant keep my daddy with me because of the way he treated you?
It's not because of just how he treated me. It's just that I knew that he was going to be in and out your life.
Oh, yeah, let me decide that.
I didn't let you decide that because I didn't want you to go through that. He was too young to go through that. But now,
so you
since
took
you're
my
16,
daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Now, with me asking you the question, what's the hardest apology you've ever had to make? I'm sure you're wondering, well, you're asking us, but did the mother apologize? We're going to get to that first, but I want to hear what y'all, I want to hear what your hardest apology is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, I think one of the hardest apologies I've ever had to make is holding my mother's hand on her deathbed and telling her that I am so sorry for all the trauma I put you through. All those late nights wondering where I was at. Every time you had to come through and make sure I was good when I was in the hands of the law. You know, I had to apologize because I apologized over time, but I knew this was the last time I would get to do it in person. That was one of the hardest apologies I've had to make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I want to hear what you guys' hardest apology is. We're going to the lines. Talk to me. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Gabriella, my hardest apology was when I went to federal prison and I had to apologize to my son.
Oh, my God.
Because he already ain't have his dad and he lost his mama, too.
How long were you in prison?
About a year and a half, 15 months.
16 months.
Well, I'm happy you got out safe and sound, boo.
Yes, and don't feel bad. My baby mama went to prison on me 3 times. Honestly, she did 36 months the first time. She did about 2 years the second time, and I didn't even look for her the third time. So don't feel bad. You're not the only one, and you're back on the streets. Thank you for being a listener.
Thank you.
Hey, man, it be like that.
Yeah, my biggest apology that I had to make, I had problems with, was apologizing for things I didn't do.
Right.
But sometimes you have to apologize to people just to get past the moment. And I'm bigger
For
in the
them
moment.
to receive
Yes.
after. Right.
So whatever I did, I apologize. Even though I know I ain't did nothing, I still apologize. No, you gonna apologize to me? No.
So listen, let's go to this mother. I want to hear her apology. Because what do you say to your son after keeping him away from his biological father because of how the father treated you? Y'all relationship went bad, so you decide that the father and the son would never have a relationship.
My life story.
I want to hear that apology. When can we hear that apology? We can't hear that apology right now? All right. We ain't got
I want to hear the apology for mine.
You want to hear that apology?
For mine. Who did me like that?
Well, I ain't got to worry about that problem. I'm never wrong, so I don't apologize.
Ooh, go ahead, woman.
Never wrong.
Never.
Get your ass
You're
out.
a woman, yes, you is.
Hey, you know what it is, man? It's that time for the date dilemma. It's a lot of people who probably need to apologize, and they wouldn't have to call us. But because they don't apologize, they end up dialing 1-844-YUNGJOC. That's 1-844-986-4562. It's $100 waiting on you inside the date dilemma, and it's all courtesy of 1-800 Enter the Bethune Law Firm. Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
You are now listening to the Date Dilemma with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. If you got a dilemma, they got a dilemma, which means we got a dilemma. It's the Date Dilemma. Who's on the line this morning?
Man, it's Derrick.
Derrick, you okay, boy?
Yeah.
Oh, you sound like
messed out, brother.
Yes, I hear it in your voice. How can we help you?
So I went out my way to go try to help a lady I seen about 2 months back, almost going into 3 months, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of to my heart. I took her and her kids in, man. Beautiful lady, beautiful kids, man. I seen them struggling, so, you know, being that I'm well off, you know, I try to extend the olive branch to help. And a little to my surprise, man, I think it was one of the worst decisions I made. And then her kids, you know, I moved them in my house trying to help. Man, they just tore up my house. They're unruly, you know, and it's stressful, brother.
I mean, I can imagine. So how did you meet her?
You know, I was taking some stuff to the Goodwill one day, you know. I see the family and I'm like, hey, you know, not trying to judge, but, you know, you see a family in the Goodwill, hey, maybe, you know, they're going through hard times. So
right.
I spoke to the lady. We kind of chopped it up for a little bit. You know, one thing led to another. I got to understand her story about what she told me. So, you know, I kind of invited her family over to, you know, to a little family function. And, you know, one thing led to another. And I kind of ended up liking the lady. But once I got her in and started helping, it was like one problem here and I try to overlook it. Then, you know, another problem here. Try to throw a blind out of that, but it just kept coming, like problem after problem after problem. I'm like, man, I can't take it.
So what, they gone? What, you had to leave?
No, man. They're at the house right now. Like, she
they're at your house. What you want us to do?
That's the question.
Help me, brother. I'm in a dilemma. Like, you know.
Oh, you want us to put her out?
I ain't trying to tell y'all to evict her, you know. That'll be cold-hearted, right? But, you know, hey, somebody can reach out to a church or something, you know.
I mean, I don't want to be putting a woman in this predicament out. Is there an ultimatum maybe so she has an option to possibly, you know, try to figure things out before you just put her out? Because
almost 3 months. You know how many jobs she done had? 5. Man, come on. 5?
What's happening? She quitting? She getting fired?
You got a 3-year-old, you got a 7-year-old, and you got a 9-year-old. These 3 looking up to you, so I need you to help me help you. But you ain't trying to help me, so now I got to help me. And I got to reach out to y'all to help me.
No. What's your name again, bro?
My name is Derrick, bro.
And what's her name?
Tasha.
All right, put your phone on mute, bro. We'll cue you in when it's time.
All right.
Shanika, you got to do this. I'm not doing this morning. I don't want to put nobody out the way.
First of all,
no,
I'm not finna do that.
Oh, you got to do it because you're a woman.
Y'all listen to his side of the story. Where's the compassion?
That's what I'm saying. I got it. That's why I don't want to do that.
This is what happened.
So I got to be the person that presents that this lady got to get the
What's
hell
that song? It's not a woman, it's a woman.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. Am I speaking with Natasha?
This is she. Who's this?
Hey, Natasha, how you doing? Look, you on the phone with Young Jock, Miss Shanika, and Shouty. We're a nationally syndicated morning show, and we have a segment on our show called The Date Dilemma, Natasha. Now in the studio with us this morning, we have a queen of radio who wants to speak with you.
Lord, that's a way to set me up this morning. How you doing, Natasha?
I'm fine.
That's Miss Shanika.
All right. Well, you sound very confused this morning. I know it's a lot, but we've been contacted, and you got a dilemma going on, girl. Are you currently in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. What's this guy's name? Because I want to be sure that we're speaking with the right person.
Derrick.
Okay, so here's the thing. He called us and he explained how things are going now, and he just seems really dissatisfied.
Dissatisfied with what?
Your kids?
My kids.
Both of y'all. All y'all.
Both? You joking, right?
No, he said.
I would like to say that I am. Why he couldn't convey this to you in an adult matter.
He just left here.
Yeah,
and
so you're telling me he just left here and he called y'all?
He just called us, yes, ma'am. Are there any issues at home that you can see?
No. We hear he loves us. He said we're going to be together forever. He said he loves my kids. He loves me.
Men usually say that. They do a lot of stuff.
He definitely didn't complain about anything last night or this morning before he left. So I don't know what the problem is. Where is he?
So are you currently working right now?
Why?
Because I asked, do you have a job?
No, I just quit my job.
How you quit a job and you live with somebody and you got kids?
Because he said he would take care of me.
He said you had 3 jobs in the last
3 months.
Okay,
let's just say like 5.
Full potential, but he said he got me and he got my kids. He got money.
So that means you can slack off. That means you can become a burden and he just gonna take care of it. When I'm
not a burden. He approached me. He said he wanted me and my kids to live with him. He said I could take some time to find the right job. That's what I've been doing, and I haven't found it yet. I do have another interview on Monday.
Okay.
But I'm trying, and I do take care of his needs also.
What kind of needs?
Y'all know what kind of needs I'm talking about.
Oh, honey, you got a little bad
He left just fine this morning.
Well, let me just say this, Natasha, with all due respect. He told us what was going on, and I have some compassion, but I'm going to let him tell you how he feels. Derrick, you there?
I'm here, man.
Natasha's here. Derrick's here. The gang's here. The floor is yours, Derrick.
Natasha.
Really, Derrick? Really?
You know, I've been trying to save face. It's just becoming a burden for real, you know. It's messing up my peace. And I just got to let it be known. I'm uncomfortable
So what you want to do?
Productivity.
He wants you to leave in 30 days, within 30 days.
30 days? So you must be setting me up with something else, Derrick. I didn't need to leave the shelter. You pulled me out the shelter. You pulled my kids out the shelter.
You didn't need to leave the shelter.
Yeah, you did.
Wait a minute.
I think you just ran the wheel dry. I tried all I can.
I'm not leaving without nothing.
Wait a minute.
He wanted you to leave today.
How else you go? So is he going to have to file papers to evict you? Because
absolutely. Oh. I'm a tenant. I got mail. You really want to throw a woman and her 3 kids in the street, Derrick?
Where he got you from?
What is it that you want from me?
That's a good question, Derrick.
I was being a good friend, trying to help. You know, having a kind heart, helping someone that needed help.
So are you helped out?
Yes, I think I helped all I can help, you know.
There's no way she can redeem herself within the 30 days.
No reconcile in this situation. It sounds like you're really tired of this lady kids.
It's me or it's my kids?
Come on, your kids done tore up a TV. They almost burned down my house one night trying to cook noodles.
Yeah, go ahead and get them papers ready.
Yeah, okay,
That's what you're going to need to do. Either you can help me move, and I'll leave freely, or you're going to have
help you move well.
Give me some money. Set me up with a new place. How am I supposed to just leave?
And now you know why she was in the shelter before.
Is this what it is? This is the resolve that you were looking for, Derrick?
I mean, if I got to pay to move out of my house, I just pay to move myself somewhere else. You can have the house.
Boy, you crazy.
So
you ain't just leaving your house that you got to move.
I would get out. I'll get out tomorrow, Doc. I promise you. She can stay there.
Okay.
You and your kids can live there.
So is this it? This is where we brought it to this morning?
I mean, I feel like I'm getting pressed in my own home. So
I mean, I guess it's settled. When you gonna have your stuff out?
Damn.
Wow. On behalf of 1-800 Enter the Bethune Law Firm, y'all not gonna get this $100, and I'm pretty sure one of y'all, well, she needs it, but this is so sad. To our listeners, I know the phone lines I already lined up. Call us up 1-844-YUNGJOC. Again, that number is 1-844-986-4562. Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
That was the date dilemma with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
It's the boss, Ricky Rose. You locked in right here with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
That's right. Date dilemma. Man. If you're just tuning in, you're rocking with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. My girl, Drew Taylor, who happens to be one of our producers of the morning show, is sitting there for Miss Shanika. Now, I see your face the whole time we going through this, and it's crazy, Drew. This is so crazy. Derrick took Natasha in, and her kids a few months ago, these people done tore up his house. And the man said it's been stressful. Now, he met her in Goodwill. He heard her story, invited her and the kids to a family function, and one thing led to another. And, yeah, he's at the point that he just wants to evict her and get her out of his life. Now, when Tasha gets on the phone, she's so confused. She said Derrick said the kids almost burnt the house down cooking. Natasha told Derrick if she has to move, then he has to pay for her new spot. Derrick said since they wrecked the house, she can have it and he can move out.
Hey.
He like, you could just have it.
Keep it.
I know how to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't work out. How did you feel about this story, Dree? Like, for real?
She should be ashamed of herself. It's like she kind of extorted him a little bit. No? It didn't give that?
Definitely gave that.
Like, you get out of your house. That man worked for that house. How he got to get out?
I see people do it all the time. Young Jock in the Streetz morning takeover. What's your thoughts on this date dilemma?
This Mimi, she need to find out where her baby daddy at and put them obligations on them, not that man that she just met. She know who she slept with. You gonna put this on somebody that she just met to tell them that they gotta put you up somewhere because they try to help you? That means she's taking advantage of him.
Good morning, this is Raheem. Number one, we gotta be mindful to what we choose, for our own desires. What happens when you open up the door for something just because your heart is pure? Guys gotta take this in heed by listening to this. Number one, stop putting your heart on your shoulder, just because of your desires. And then I get it. You choose to get with somebody just because you want to love everything that comes with them. But you got to start doing your researches on people.
The vetting process, I talk about that a lot.
Yes.
And I realize why people I be around be having so many issues. Because when I talk about the vetting process, they never want to have the conversation.
About vetting? Yeah, you have to vet. That's why I don't even have people riding the car with me. Because you don't know what problem people got. Somebody jump in the car and jump on you like a tick and draw all your blood out.
Wow.
Huh?
Yes.
You took it up.
Word on the streets going down like Jock said.
It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
That's right. And sitting in for Miss Shanika, we have one of our favorite morning show producers sitting in. That's that girl, Dree Taylor. What up, Dree?
Good morning, world. Miss Shanika, girl, we got you with the word on the street. So let's just jump right into it. So Cameron, on his sports show, he interviewed the male escort that, did the dude with Cassie, the Punisher, and he asked a very crazy question.
How was that though?
I mean, bro, even if it was fire.
Bro, was the good for your family? Let's stop with a little. We was Harlem time.
Bro, I'll be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like, I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff.
He need to grow up. He is too childish to be asking those questions like that. And don't nobody, and the Punisher line, he know what it's like.
I want to know.
What you want to know, man?
How was it?
Not too much.
I don't want to know.
Okay, that girl was traumatized. But anyway, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they announced new cast members. So it's some new people coming up on the season. Queen Key, Chicago rapper that's known. Yes, we love Queen Key over here. And Salma Slims and her husband, 24 Hours, are also joining season 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Jock, give me some insight to you.
All right, let me give y'all some insight on it. All right, the girl Queen Key, she's just on tour with Glorilla. She got some records with Glorilla. She, I think she happens to work with the same management as Sexy Red.
Okay.
So she definitely coming. She got some good records, great personality, big bubbly personality. Salma Slim is the wife to 24 Hours. He's a successful EDM producer and rapper.
Yeah.
You've seen him in Atlanta maybe. I don't know, but he's one of them ones.
It's one of those if you know, you know.
If you know, you know, right?
Yeah.
Moved out to LA, popped some things off, Yacht Club. And their situation, she was a model, is a model, and a runway model.
She's gorgeous.
She calls herself the runway rapper.
Okay.
So you got to be looking for them. I think they're going to bring a little spice. They definitely got the spice.
New season premieres Tuesday, July 8th on MTV. And speaking of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, child, the Palace is in a mug. Mama D was throwing shots at Porsha Williams while introducing Drew Sidor.
She got her and Porsha, they got some mess going on. I don't know what's going on with Porsha this season. But she approved of Drew for taking her hot dog man. I don't know why she think Drew on the hot dog man. It's all good because Mama D speak that truth. Y'all give it up for Drew Sador.
She sound like the drunk auntie. I'm not mad at it though, but that is the Word on the Streets News with me, Drew Taylor, filling in for Miss Shanika. And you know this Word on the Streets News is brought to you by Bader Law, because of course you deserve the best. Hit them up at 404-888-8888. That's 404-888-8888.
That's right. Thank you, Dree. Coming up, man, we get a chance to talk to Rick Ross, man. The Rick Ross Car Show number 4 is coming up this Saturday, man. Okay. He said he got all the deets right here for you and all the merch to go with it too. So stick around because we'll be talking to the boy in a few seconds. Keep it locked. Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover. Hey, what they do, gang? Your favorite cousin checking in, Young JLC, Miss Shot Nigga, shout, man. Hey, look, man, we stay in these streets, you know what I'm talking about? And we keep our face card clean the way we do what we do, you know what I'm saying? This morning, in the building, you know what I'm saying? We got one of the most magnificent, one of the biggest in the building, you know what I'm talking about? Hustler Supreme, hustler extraordinaire. The last time I talked to this guy, he told me he believes in accelerated flexing and premeditated balling. Ladies and gentlemen, in the building with us, in the Maybach Music Zone, the biggest boss, Rose.
Yeah, what's happening, baby? The boss had to come check in with the family, what it does.
Now, Ross, I rode past your house the other day.
Right.
The all-white cars was out there.
Right. There was a few of them.
There was more than
a couple of them.
It was more than a couple. It was 2 or it was 3.
Yeah, it may have been a little more than that.
I'm talking, but come on now. I've seen the blacks.
Yeah.
I've seen the whites. I've seen the reds.
Yeah, I go hard with the whips. You know what I'm saying? I go hard with the whips. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love, man. You know, this Saturday, June 7th, that's when we all get to put our whips on display. Come on. Let's put all our whips on display. Let's have some fun. Let's eat some grub. Let's eat some food.
All that.
It's going to be sexy ladies out there. Ladies, the biggest hustlers.
Hey,
biggest hustlers going to be there. Trust me, you can't miss it.
Let me ask you this. You got about 11,000 tickets.
Right.
That's a lot of people on your front yard.
Right.
You done talked about this a million times. This is number 4.
Right.
It ain't really too many questions I can ask you about this because people just have to come and see for themselves and people ask you, it's your 4th one. Has it been a time that somebody came where they really felt they had that number 1 pristine vehicle and it just wasn't what they thought it was?
I'm sure it was.
I'm saying, is it any time in particular? Anybody that you like?
I'm sure. I'm just letting you know. It's a lot of hustlers that spend a lot of paper. I'm talking about 250 and up, right?
Yeah.
And you feel, boom, I got this key, because that's what it's about. It's about winning that big key, that winner's key, and it don't work out for you. Because everybody who I believe pay that dollar to get in, you really think you gonna take it.
So let me ask you this.
I don't really think nobody down themselves. Right. Not if you really saying, boy, I'm in the top 3.
I'm him.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You feeling like Timothy. You Ross, right?
Right.
You got a hell of a car collection.
Right.
Jay Leno almost got to just like give you some praise. Give you your flowers.
And I give him his.
Pure point blank.
Facts.
Has it been a time when somebody pulled up on your property, on the promised land, with a vehicle that made you say, you know what, I got to go and redo some things?
Oh, facts. It's some big boys out there.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The hustler of the year last year, shout out to Midwest Rick. That boy had 15 all red whips and every one of them on all goals.
Wow.
The homie Nava, top 5. The homies from, I'm talking about, there's some dudes who really building some cars.
Who had the hauler, with the see-through hauler?
The homie, the Prestige homie. He got the see-through all glass.
Yeah.
He put that car in there and bring it to you. Lift, let it down like a Danish shot of a bakery oven. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's what I mean. It's a lot of game and it's coming from everywhere, and that's what make it what it is. It can't be just from Florida. You know what I'm saying? We know what Georgia, ATL, we know what Alabama bring to the game, but this Detroit, this Chi-Town, this Carolina, this LA, this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what make it what it is. When we start talking cars, you know, Rose just naturally gonna say Florida then Georgia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Then who would be next?
Chevys.
LA or Texas?
Because I'm going to go LA then Texas.
Okay.
Because you got to realize I was introduced with the LA cars through the music at a younger age. You know what I'm saying? I got down and understood what the slab game meant at later.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? When you see them boys swerving side to side, I get it now.
Listen, y'all listen.
That screwed up music, I get it. R.I.P. the screw.
Hold on for a second. We got to get back and talk to you about Rick Ross Car Show number 4. We got some more questions before you get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all stick around more with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
What's happening? It's the biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. And every day we listen to the best damn morning show. You got to stay tapped into the number 1 morning show in the city, you heard? It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. What's happening? It's the biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. And every day we listen to the best damn morning show. You got to stay tapped into the number 1 morning show in the city, you heard? It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
What up, gang? We back. Young JLC, Miss y'all niggas, shawty.
Yep.
And we got that boy Ross in the building. Now, Ross,
in the building, baby.
A lot of people will be trying to figure out, where the provisions for your neighbors gonna come from. We done had some. Last time we talked about your car show, these people said, we love the fact that them people went to the state on your ass. They went to the city, the county.
Right.
Man, you know what that showed me, man?
Right.
That busters do what they can and bosses do what they want, because you stood 10 toes down against Fayette County, what don't do, and you prevail. Give me the key. Tell me what you did. Tell me the magic.
Hey, that's funny, but look, the same way it was people that was complaining, there was so many people that was embracing it.
Yeah.
You understand? I show love to the neighbors that tapped in. There's so many of them that write letters, leave me their addresses. I gave them tickets. Come on in. You feel me? I plugged them in, took pictures, just show love. But what you got to really look at, man, is it's a young brother that had a dream that pulled it off.
True indeed.
Them people rolled past that 350 acres for years, and ain't nobody see a vision or want to do nothing with it. It's a young brother bought it. We doing something positive. It's been all positive energy at the car shows. A lot of networking. That slippery soap is now in AutoZone.
Yeah.
That's a brother I met at the first annual car show. That wasn't a prior friend, a prior business partner. We met, me and Jeremy Lewis met at the car show.
Enterprise.
Right, and that's what it's about. It's about networking. It's about hustling. It's a lot of key players. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of real bosses that's in them gates. We opening the gates up.
We calling anybody out this year?
Why not?
Who whip gang? Who whip gang? We challenging this year. I mean, because every year I notice, you don't necessarily be direct to just anybody. You kind of, I know you thought out. You pick and choose who you gonna, because they coming with something, and it just makes the event that much more better.
And to me, that's what's important if you bringing something in the game. Because if you're a real hustler, you had to be putting something together in the dark. Now it's time to put it in the light. We know how you talking. We know what the play is. And what I don't do is really challenge nobody, because this just like life. You move at your pace. You ain't gotta have 5 cars. You ain't gotta have 3. It could be that one, but I do want to see that one. I do want to see what the streets and the culture meant to you as a young dude coming up, because it ain't nothing I wanted more than they don't.
You're right.
A vert. I wanted a vert. And to me, coming up in Miami, you was a made man if you had a vert, a 600 Benz, and a Tahoe. And of course your crib. You was a made man.
Shit sound like Atlanta. You understand? Because once you got certain things, it's like, all right, I got this.
Speaking of made,
right?
I get my keys made at Home Depot.
Right.
But you have this massive diamond key around your neck.
With the 4 on it.
Man.
With the 4 on it.
Car show number 4.
Man, every year they only got bigger and bigger. And like I said, let's invest more into it. The very first car show, it was only a dream. You don't really realize what's going to work, what's not going to work, what's best for traffic, what's this, what should the officers be. Let's get more officers. Let's get more escorts. Let's get more buses. Let's do this. Let's do that. And now we at the 4th. Last year we had a lot of fun, and there was still things to work on.
Right.
But guess what? We put more into it. Just like the keys, behind the scenes, we put more into it. So for the big boys, when you win this, anytime you go anywhere else and they giving you them $20 trophies, when you, I like that.
At least a 50, maybe like 75.
Let's say 30. It's plastic. It's plastic.
Well, I seen.
But when you getting them, when you getting that plastic, and I know you want to sit it over your fireplace, ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you win this, you go to any car show anywhere in the world, hey, man, they gonna take their hat off to you, man. So
what's in that key? Does that key do something else?
Oh, man, it's shine. It's stunt.
That key open here.
It's three different type of diamonds, all VVS. Like you know what I'm talking about? This ain't that lab.
So is this the one they win?
This the one you win.
Wow. Off your
neck. One. Man, I'll take it off my neck for you. I got some beautiful cases made. And that's what I'm saying. That's just out of the love of the game. What's happening? It's the biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. And every day we listen to the best damn morning show. You got to stay tapped into the number one morning show in the city, you heard? It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Taking the game's mine.
It's Are You Smarter Than Young Jock?
A king in his gang.
Only with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. What's your name?
It's Sterling.
Sterling. Are you smarter than Young Jock?
I believe so. Every morning I be.
Oh, okay. So okay. You know what? I'm going to just turn you over to Mr. I don't got nothing else to say to you. I'm just about to win.
We're going to see.
All right. What's your name?
Sterling.
All right, Sterling. You have 10 seconds to answer each question. The first person to get all 3 questions correctly will be the winner. You guys cannot answer each other's questions, and you cannot answer the question after your 10 seconds is up, or you will be disqualified, okay?
All right.
All right, Sterling. Here is the first question. Who holds the title of top scorer of all time in the NCAA Division I basketball? Is it Pete Maravich, B. Caitlin Clark, C. Michael Jordan, or D. Steph Curry?
Caitlin Clark.
You are correct. Young Jack. Where in the human body is the smallest bone located? Is it A, your pinky finger, B, your ear, C, your pinky toe, or D, your nose?
Ear.
2. You're correct. All right. Sterling, which U.S. president is featured on the $2 bill? Is it A, George Washington, B, Abraham Lincoln, C, Thomas Edison, or D, Thomas Jefferson?
D, Thomas Jefferson.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You are correct. Okie dokie. Young Jock.
Yes.
What is the deadliest mammal? Is it A, a lion, B, a hippo, C, a tiger, or D, elephant?
Elephant.
Frankly, my dear, you are incorrect. All right, Sterling, what is the deadliest mammal? Is it A, a lion, B, a hippo, C, a tiger, or D, a elephant?
Hippo.
Is that your final answer?
Final.
All right, you are absolutely correct, and you are the winner.
Hey,
that's what every morning I do with.
Congratulations, my boy. Let you have that one.
Yes, sir.
I had to go ahead and let you have that one, man. But you know what? I'm happy that you got it, because that's the whole concept for y'all to get the shmoney. Hey, you got any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I just want to shout out the whole Southside, California.
Straight like that, you know what I'm saying? Forever long live the Southside. Long live Rico Wade. Stay on the line, my boy. Hold on right quick. We'll get you info.
Test your wits. Test your knowledge for cash and prizes.
Taking the game's mine.
It's Are You Smarter Than Young Jock?
A king in his gang.
Only with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
What up, gang? We back. Young JOC, Miss Y'all niggas, shawty.
Yep.
And we got that boy Ross in the building. Now, Ross,
in the building, baby.
We've been talking about the Rick Ross car show number 4 all morning long, right? All right, so let me ask you a question.
It's too easy.
Off the car show for a minute. Because in order for you to even get to the car show, you be in different places, you know what I'm saying? I know life be what it be.
Right.
You know, TDE. What's my guy over at TDE? Just recently talked.
Top dog.
My
dog.
So he's talking about, he was like, you know what? It's interesting. Spirit came with a flight deal, $99 to fly round trip from Vegas to LA. We know that's not a very expensive flight anyway. But when you bossed up a flight like that, would only cost them about 10 grand. With the type of money y'all making, you know, 10 grand is kind of like, it's like $10. He was saying, you know what?
Yeah, it's 10 grand.
I'm glad you said that, because he said the same thing. He said, this is how you're going to stay rich. He's like, look, by flying on Spirit, he spent $1,000 because the ticket was $99. He had 10 tickets. That would have easily been 10 grand, but he didn't. What's your take on it?
That was a great move. You go handle the business and you come back home.
So how does Ross do it? You got a jet, don't you?
Yeah, I got a jet.
So how do you
550?
You fly in your jet everywhere, or is it particular places? How do you do that?
No, I usually fly in the country. In the U.S., I usually fly private everywhere. But you got to understand, I have no problem. I still don't fly in commercial. No problem. I flew 20 plus years commercial. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do to go get the money,
go get it.
Handle the business. That's the only thing. It don't matter how we got there.
Now, DJ Schwinn,
the style getting there ain't even what the play is.
Right.
It's going to handle the business.
Hit the bag.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I told him, don't be joining me on Spirit. I pull my hat down and go to sleep.
Oh, man, put your hoodie up.
Oh, yeah. Tuck it all the way in.
They get cold at the front of that plane. Put that hoodie up and doze off.
DJ Schwinn, the down South Georgia boy.
Right,
you know, he one of those, he's a real avid supporter of Florida.
Straight out of Brunswick, Georgia, so I'm down there by Duval. You feel me? A lot of love out there. And let's go back to talking about being a baller. You have one of 63 Lamborghini yachts that was recently synced by some Miami influencers. I've been seeing that on the news. How in the hell did that even happen?
That wasn't my yacht.
Okay, good. I'm glad we can get that reported correctly.
You kept trying to say it. Are you talking about the one?
We can report
not
that
the one
correctly.
Metro Boomin was on.
No.
Okay, it was
a group of maybe about 32 occupants on board. The U.S. Coastal Guard had to come save them.
Right.
The internet was saying it was Rick Ross' Lamborghini.
Well, they seen that Lamborghini. They seen that same Lamborghini yacht at my crib. The owner brought it by for me to check it out. I took it out to see what the vibe is. Could have potentially thought about buying it, and it wasn't the one.
I'm so glad we can clear that up. That's an exclusive right there.
So you recently purchased a new house on Star Island,
right?
As opposed to the house in Georgia,
right?
Can you tell us about that facility? Because I've been on.
The man said facility. Damn. So it's the home. It's private.
Yeah. It's most definitely, man. I really feel like I got my dream crib. That's what that one is right there. You know what I'm saying? I bought it at $35 million. I may have spent a little more 20 into it. It's 6,500, a square foot on Star Island. I added another 5,000 to 6,000 square feet to the crib. So on paper right now, the crib worth $95 million. You know what I mean? So it's a great investment. But man, it's the water. It's the intercoastal.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? How far the person behind you is. You know what I mean? That's the biggest intersection of water really in the city of Miami right there.
Your Georgia home could eat that home a few times.
Oh man, of course. Star Island is 15,000 square feet, and over in the Promised Land is 55,000 square feet on 300 plus acres.
Now, is there anybody that you could potentially see? Because I listen to you talk. I've listened to you for a long time, known you for quite some time, and when you talk, I notice you talk like a forecaster.
Why not?
Why not? Right?
Why not?
Is there anybody you could see yourself potentially, y'all cleaning up y'all past, y'all beefs, Shawty, you talked about it before we got here. You asked about Drake.
I heard
that still happening. Is that over? Has that calmed down?
Y'all killing the beef? What?
I mean, he could send a car to the car show and I'll make sure get in and get out of
Safe.
Yeah. We don't need him to perform, though. We don't need him to perform.
Yo, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tyler Perry, too. He gonna send something for y'all to check out at the car show, too.
Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, it's a lot of big boys coming through. You know what I'm saying? See what it is.
Nah, that's a beautiful thing. It's been real, man. I know you're about to get out of here. You're doing this press run. Can we expect any new music from you anytime?
Man, of course, man. Rose been cooking up. I just a little less than a month ago, I went out to Paris, shut down one of the biggest bridges down. I shot the first record I'm finna release with Pharrell. Pharrell produced it.
Okay.
We finna get ready and release it in the next couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So,
will we see Big Boy and some Louis?
Why not? Why not?
That is, man. You know what it is. Rick Ross Car Show number 4 coming up this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. The biggest self-made car show in history. June 7th, man. Limited to 11,000 tickets, y'all. Parking is free with your general admission ticket. Parking locations will be announced very soon. Load-in begins as early as Thursday morning because it's a lot of damn cars. And let me just let y'all know, it's a possibility that you're going to have to sign away because this event will be filmed. Your ass will be all over somebody's screen. It's going to happen, man. Make sure you enjoy yourself, man. Leave the BS at home. The event is also accessible for electric wheelchairs. Know that. And if your wheelchair right, you know what I'm saying, pull up. And if it ain't, we got something to keep them wheels on your wheelchair clean too, man. And also, leave that BS at home. Because you're coming to somebody's home. That's it. Thank you, Brother Ross, for stepping in.
It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Y'all know this. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all stick around for more Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. Yeah.
What's happening? It's the biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. And every day we listen to the best damn morning show. You got to stay tapped into the number one morning show in the city, you heard? It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. Hump.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover with Miss Shanika.
That's right, and sitting in for Miss Shanika, our assistant producer, Dree Taylor. What's up, Dree?
Good morning, world. What's popping, baby? We got to get into it. The Palace is cutting up. Mama D was hosting an event, and she had to introduce Drew Sidora. But before Drew Sidora hit the stage, Mama D had to throw some shade Porsha Williams' way.
You know, she got her and Porsha, they got some mess going on. You know. I don't know what's going on with Porsha this season. But she approved of Drew for taking her hot dog man. You know, I don't know why she think Drew want a hot dog man. It's all good because Mama D speak that truth. Y'all give it up for Drew Sidora.
How you spell that? Sidora. In that order.
If you don't know, Porsha has been icing Drew out for working with her baby daddy Dennis, and it's been a mess, child. So, I don't know. You know, and then Dennis and Porsha fired back at Mama D. She was saying, put your tooth back in, boo, love you. And Dennis said, I don't disrespect my elders. So, yeah, it's a mess.
That is crazy. But Mama D will do that. Mama D don't care. She'll go there and you be like, don't take on somebody else.
She a straight shooter.
You gotta be like, what you say about my mama?
Anywho, Brian McKnight, he is calling out his brother and sending shots his way for announcing his son's passing on TikTok.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined.
Messy. No, what you got to say? I would love to hear your opinion.
I would love to hear Brian McKnight speak again. That sounded like AI. That didn't even sound like it.
You sound like a white man.
It sounded like a recording. It sounded like AI to me.
No, yeah, that was him. That was him, and he mad and he upset. Anyway, moving on to Cameron. So he interviewed the Punisher on his sports talk show, and he asked a crazy question.
How was that though?
I mean, bro, even if it was fire,
bro, was the pussy good for your family? Let's stop with political. We was Harlem time,
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay,
like I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff.
Cameron is 50. I just want to point that out. Why would you ask him that? You are not the court, the judge, or the jury. Leave him alone.
That's what the man asked.
And he didn't say nothing. Anywho, I am Dree Taylor filling in for Miss Shanika, and this was the Word on the Streetz News.
Thank you, Dree.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover. It's about that time for the Love Doc Jock.
Help me, help you, help me.
Come on, what's your problem?
And this guy will either help or hinder your relationship.
Who do I think I am? Why I tell people that?
Either way, he's a man for the job. It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
That's right. It is what it is. And one of my favorite producers, Miss Dree Taylor, sitting in for Miss Shanika. Would you please read today's latest submission?
Of course. Dear Love Doc Jock, I thought my boyfriend would be good around my family, but he was standoffish as hell at my family reunion. I learned a new side about this man that just turned me off. He met my parents prior to the family reunion, and it was a great meetup. I thought he was going to be the fun guy that I fell in love with, but all my family got was a shy, mute little boy. Aunties and cousins are suggesting I just take a step back and reconsider. I'm trying to find the words to say to him, and I need your help, Jock. How do I have this conversation and avoid an argument with him?
You know what, man? It sounds like your people are too judgmental. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I wouldn't know, but it sounds like you say everybody come to you telling you to take a step back. If he was shy and didn't really do too much, why do you have to take a step back? Maybe he got vibes from your family that he wasn't comfortable with. Maybe he just wasn't comfortable, because you didn't say he did anything to disrespect anyone. He didn't disrespect you. He didn't get into any arguments with anyone, but he had shy, mute little boy vibes. What is that? Hey, I may be uncomfortable. Y'all may be a real
anxiety.
Yeah, it could be anxiety. Y'all could be a real upbeat bunch. He could come from a small family, and for your people to instantly tell you to take a step back from somebody you with, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what you need to do is ask him questions. Don't come out pointing your finger at your man. You did this, you did this, because in his mind, he was like, I didn't do nothing. I sat back and chilled because I didn't know the people I was around. And family reunions, hell, when you go to your own family reunion, it's people you don't even got dang on.
And do they have a man? Why they telling you to leave him?
You know what I'm saying? I'll be at the family reunion like, who? I'm your Uncle Charlie. I don't even have an Uncle Charlie. Yeah, you do. Your Uncle Charlie on your third Uncle Charles side. Golly, man, listen. So he's around people that you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be for real. Talk to your man. Ask him how you can help him in moments like that. Because it sounds like you're ready to break up with him because your family told you to break up with him because he was a little shy around people he didn't know. Yeah. Get a life. To your family, that is. Hope that can help you. That's the Love Doc Jock. If you got a small business and you'd like to be spotlighted, feel free to hit us at 1-844-986-4562. And hopefully we can work some things out for you, man. Make sure you stick around for more Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Hey, it's Young Jock, and I want to spotlight your small business, man.
Yo, what's up?
We need you to call us right now.
He know I stand on business.
1-866-YUNGJOC. Again, that's 1-866-986-4562 to highlight your business, man. Live with Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
All right, I'm calling about the business A+ Auto Care. We located at 1800 Harvey Street in Charlotte, North Carolina. We got you on all your automotive needs, the body work, paint job, oil change, brake. Marquis Getty, he the owner. We got one of the best mechanics in town, TJ, black owned. You can hit us up at 704-920-0959, or you can call the shop at 980-201-9908. IG, Facebook, A+ Auto Care. We appreciate y'all support. Thank y'all. My name is Lee Keisha. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I always listen to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Yo, what up? This your boy Lil Zane. From 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm listening to the best damn morning show in the world, Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover, baby.
That's right. It is hump day, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something. You're halfway through the work week for most of you who work Monday through Friday. Listen, be fair. Don't be fair to anyone else. Be fair to yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to be your best version. The only way you're going to do that, you got to put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that because, look, a lot of times, man, we settle. And we don't realize we settle because we're comfortable. Comfortability is a real thing for people.
Yeah.
I don't care where you're from. When you're comfortable, you can chill, you can relax. And we make hard times feel comfortable. And that's why we seem to be able to just cruise through the hard times and seem to be comfortable during hard times. You're really not comfortable. You're just settling. You figure out how to, you know how you take something so long and after a while it ain't even that bad no more. It's just like somebody talk to you crazy in a relationship after so long. It's just become the norm. You be comfortable. Oh, that's just how she be. Or that's just how he is. Stop doing that. Be fair to yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to be your best self. All right? Charlie, you want to say something to the people before we get out of here?
Moral of the story is know your worth.
How about that, right?
Yeah, man. Y'all follow me on my socials. Shouty the Comedian. Like some, subscribe, look out for me, man. I'm coming every day.
Oh, that's great like that. Dree!
Hey, y'all. Oh, this was fun being on the other side.
Yeah, Dree is one of our producers of Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover Morning Show.
Yep.
And she's sitting there for Miss Shanika doing a hell of a job. We definitely appreciate you. How's your day going right now?
It was going great. You know, just kicking it with y'all on the other side. We just holding it down for Shanika, girl. We miss you. Feel better.
How about that right there? Anything you want to say to the people before you get out of here?
Love y'all. Mean it.
That it is. Hey, man, we'll catch y'all on tomorrow. Keep it locked and enjoy the rest of your day. It's Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Keep it locked right here to Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover.